I forgot what I wanted to talk about. I forgot why I named this stream Morals and Dogma. Y'all think I'm on some Freemason shit. It's too early in the morning for this. What the fuck was I gonna talk about? Obviously Albert Pike. Nah, not Albert Pike. Fuck Albert Pike. I was going somewhere else with it. What if you woke up one morning and looked out the peephole in your front door and somebody was looking back? Like, honey, there's an insurance salesman at the front door. Man, it's 9:57. That means it's 6:57 in California. Californians are retarded. That whole West Coast is retarded. Y'all 3 hours behind. That's all retarded means. It means behind. They peep back. You look out the peephole of your door, they look back. Okay. Can they see me? Is this a two-way peephole? What's that one scary movie where the woman was in the shower and she was putting her clothes on and she noticed like this little hole under the mirror, and when she looked closer her eyeball popped out. She said, what this hole under this mirror? She went to go look, her eyeball popped out of nowhere and was watching her. That's how I felt when that dude came in the live chat with that one eye just winking at me, asking questions. This nigga came in the live chat. Tell us about Adonis Paul. Like, get your eyeball out my fucking face. Troy Rose said anything of substance today. White Oak. The imminent need to split White Oak and split and stack White Oak and mix it with Red Oak and discuss bastard White Oak. You fucking bastard white you. Anything of substance this morning? Yeah, that's something a bastard white would say. That's my favorite tree, the bastard white oak. People thought I was bullshit about that. Nah, you Google it, it's a tree called the bastard white oak. I love oak. I know all things oak. Catskill Hillbilly, time for splitting and stacking. I know you got some splitting and stacking to do. I still got to unload the trailer. Then I gotta wrestle with those rounds right there. Big 19-inch wide rounds. Just the big 19-inch wide ones. And then the nigga from the other live stream, you don't need a skid steer. You just want one. I was like, yeah, I don't want to throw my fucking back out. You don't need a skid steer. Nah, I'm gonna get you gonna watch me get this skid steer. I need a skid steer. I just don't need y'all to pay for it. But when I get one, I'm gonna let you guys be inspired. Not because there's people out there. I know people watch. They got, people watch me. They got skid steers, all types of shit I don't have. But because you're gonna see the method that I use to get it. You're gonna see the road I take to get there. You're gonna witness me not ask for handouts. But you don't need a skid steer. I wanted to smack him so bad. Are you in here? If I had a skid steer, I wouldn't even load up my gator. I just like get the little baby skid, something that I can lift like 3 feet wide rounds with, drop it on the trailer, boom, unload it with the skid, put it on the splitter or move it to the splitter, increase productivity, go into production, hire your teenage sons, because them little bastards need a job. Hire your teenage sons because I got enough money to do so, and put them on a payroll because I got a skid steer, which you say I didn't fucking need, but I got one and it increased productivity. Now your son's working with me. Now I'm teaching them things that you can't because you're half a man. And I know you're half a man because no fool man asks another man why that man needs a skid steer. You don't need a skid steer. That's the weirdest shit I've heard in a long time. Let's crowdfund this guy. Follow drone. I got $10. Nah, we ain't crowdfunding shit. We ain't crowdfund. I don't believe in. I don't crowdfund. No, there's different strokes for different folks. There's different methods of payment and different reasons for using those methods to make payments. If there was 3 of y'all and somebody came to me like in the email, was like, boom, I got 25,000. Somebody else was like, yo, I got 40,000. And I put up like 18,000 and we get some land somewhere, that's us. Or we get some equipment. Let's say I got one person in here who lives near me and they're like, yo, I got $800. Somebody else, they live a little further away, they like, yo, I got 2,000. I got 18,000. We gonna get an Eastern made firewood processor and go into fucking business. That's crowdfunding to me. We become partners. I don't want just money from random niggas I don't know, will never meet, don't plan on meeting, don't really want to meet. So then that leaves room for a bunch of faceless individuals just to make accusations against me. Nah, miss me with that shit. I don't want shit from you people. The only thing I want from you people is to sit still while I yell at you. That's it. Paul Peterson said, lame, you're tired and cranky. Much love. Peace out. Oh, much love to you too, Paul Peterson. Yeah, that's the only thing I want from you people. Just to sit still and take this verbal assault. Paul Peterson, bring your bitch ass back and sit your ass down some damn where. Fuck you mean, peace out, you tired and cranky. Sit your ass down before I chop you in the fucking throat. He's cranky. Peace out. Nah, sit your ass down. Yeah, that's how we crowdfund around here. Sit, please, sit still while I throw this rock at you, nigga. Don't move. Don't move so I can hit you. Yeah, so that's my response to anything of substance. And that one guy that said, why do I need a skid steer? And I said a bobcat. But I'll take a Caterpillar. I'll take a John Deere. I'll take a Kubota. I'm not picky. There's no chairs left. I'm going to B. Tatum's classroom. Somebody said Case, New Holland. I'll take that. I'm not picky. I'm not picky. I understand why people like they gravitate towards the John Deere's is because they feel comfortable knowing that if it's something they can get from a dealership and it's something that's here, then they can readily get parts for it whenever something breaks down. There's nothing worse than having to wait 2 and 3 months to have something get shipped to this country when you need it. Like you need to go back into production today and the part won't get there till 2 months from now. You know, so a lot of people like whatever dealer is next to them, that's what they do. That's what they go with. Like we got a Carter Cat up the street, like 20 miles up the street. And you know, it's nice to have that piece of equipment and knowing that they're right up the street. Like you can go there, place an order, or they have something in stock. Yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm obviously cranky, which is why Jonathan Peterson decided to leave. Impact Flicks looks more inspiring right now. I'm not here to inspire you people. I'm here to talk shit at you. This is why I need y'all to sit still. It's like the first week of fall Matrix. I can't wait till these leaves start falling. That's typically the time of year people get the bagger, put the mulching blades on the lawnmower. I said, damn, those leaves. Shit. Hell no, them leaves falling from the tree like that. That's money falling from that tree. Fuck you mean, damn them leaves? Oh, that's money. Money grow on trees and it fall the fuck off. Y'all don't know how to tweak the seasons. But I'm grumpy today. According to that one subscriber I told to sit still so I can hurl insults at. I also lack critical thinking skills, according to O'Darn, who is busy building me a baby yacht. You're an interesting cat, that's why I watch you now and then. Used to think you were a GED. Used to think you were a GED. Fed. Oh, a Fed. I used to think you were a Fed. Oh. If I was a Fed, would you not watch me? So you wouldn't watch me if I was a Fed? Somebody said, wait, you're a Fed? Duh. That is no secret. How you think I got this? This shit didn't come from hard work. I paid somebody to put this shit here. These props. Yeah, I came to extract information from you niggas. So I can report you niggas for defaulting on your child support payments, for committing crimes, for wrong think against the United States government and our institutions, and so I can catch you niggas saying you don't pay taxes, so I can personally get you audited by the IRS. Fuck you mean I'm Fed? Yeah, Fed just means federal. And last time I checked, you niggas vote for feds. Yeah, that political, your politicians, federal. Wait. Yeah, Donald Trump is a fucking Fed. How you gonna get mad at me? Talk about he's a Fed. Meanwhile, you voted for Donald Trump, the biggest Fed, supposedly running the Fed. Nigga run the federal government. You voted for that nigga and donated to his attorney fund to pay for his attorney when that bitch talking about we gotta release the Kraken. She ain't do nothing but go in the courtroom and release a wet fart. You niggas paid for that. You niggas watched all of his court cases. You niggas watched all of his speeches, and he was a fucking Fed. Here I come on, and you won't watch me because I'm a fucking Fed. Yeah. I think it's a little bit hypocritical of you people. The Fed's a Fed. Man. He's a Fed. Did Trump get $1 billion off Big Pharma? Off Big Pharma. I'm not American. I find all your crazy Feds, CIA stuff hilarious. I used to send your CIA porn clips on Twitter for a laugh. I can see how that's funny to you. But Belinda Smith, didn't we talk about you putting your speaking Farsi in the chat? What is that? What are those characters you're using? Stop using noodles to express yourself. Put on the bird. Yeah, Belinda, cover those ankles. Excuse, your ankles are showing, Belinda. And Matrix Breaker, I don't know what you're talking about. You dropped your EBT card. Matrix Breaker, you dropped your EBT card. Fuck, you ain't got no business talking about anybody here. This nigga dropped his... Try to tell Belinda put her job on. Nah, nigga, pick up your EBT card. Man, that's all I'm saying, though. Yeah, I'm a Fed and proud of it. I currently work for the Department of Child Support Enforcement. And, yeah, I used to be DEA. That shit didn't work out. And I took your man card the other day, BG. Type of shit you on? How the fuck? What? What did I miss? I don't even know what an EBT card is. Electronic benefit transfer. Food stamp. Matrix Breaker dropped his food stamps. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, they call it electronic benefit transfer down here in the States. Singing all those Little Mermaid songs. That's because I grew up on Disney. I don't give a fuck what you think about Disney. Uh, uh, how the image of Mickey Mouse actually had a dick in it. It was like phallus shape. All the inappropriate images and words that appeared, like when Simba jumped on the flower in the Lion King, and the word sex magic appeared or some shit like that. How you can see another dick in the castle. All types of shit going on with Disney. All of that. Nah, I grew up on Disney. Like, I grew up watching Anastasia, Fox and the Hound, The Rescuers Down Under, The Black Cauldron, Beauty and the fucking Beast, you know, things like that. So certain things, it was just programmed into me, like to respond to that Wish Upon a Star music. Like, this the type of shit people can't admit to themselves. Like, this is what we grew up on. Are you from my era? This is what we grew up on. We used to sit at that play school desk and eat all. Yeah. And watch The Rescuers Down Under. The image of the castle with the stars shooting over it. Yeah, that elicits a response in your brain, in your mind. So it's just certain things that I remember, even though I'm not even sure how I remember them. And one of those things are the Little Mermaid songs. But no lie though, sing Frozen. I don't. That's new school. That's new school. That's that new school shit. I don't know. Do you want to build a snowman? I didn't think so. But yeah, the Part of Your World, everybody knew that fucking song because everybody had a sister who did nothing but watch Little Mermaid coming up. And that shit got stuck in your head. It's just something you remember. You don't know how. You know. The original Beauty and the Beast by the French author is better than the Disney. We watched that shit, what was it, in daycare? I think we watched that shit in daycare. Like, this is what kids were watching when we were kids. It wasn't like we had a fucking choice. It was just something that they put on the TV. And now that I think about it, I think that Gaston dude was like an early example of toxic masculinity. Not the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, but the one that was trying to get with Belle. I think that was like some type of predictive programming for toxic masculinity, because he was on it. Yeah, Morals and Dogma. I forgot how young you are. We had the Mickey Mouse Club and 3 channels. Yeah, I'm young. I'm young. I told y'all I'm anti-Skip Discman era young. Did you cut your last cantaloupe this morning? Nah, that was footage that I had from like 3 weeks ago. I just decided to post that up. I meant to post it, but I forgot to. That's just something I put on Instagram. That was like the last one that really grew correctly. I grew up on Voltron and Robotech. Yeah, I did too. Not like grow up, but like when I was young, Voltron and all that shit was like later, like between like ages 8 and like 13. Yeah, that was like later. But like when you were young, you seen Lion King. Lion King came out in 1995. Everybody and their mama took them to go see Lion King. I don't care who you were. That shit was a big deal. Lion King came out the same year the first Friday movie came out, 1995. That was a big deal. Remember lawn darts? You hear the new Tom McDonald? No, I didn't, Matrix Breaker. I don't believe in what Tom McDonald has to say. What, you never ate out of a cornucopia as a kid? Who didn't? We did. We didn't eat out of one, but we had the, like, November came around and you had that cornucopia. It was filled with fruit, and they was like, this is what the Native Americans had to offer. You know, it was just like, you know, the fucking cornucopia. It had corn and just the husk shoved in there. It was like a cone shape that like twisted like upward and came down. It was like a Thai chili pepper shaped basket thing. Yeah, I don't believe in Tom McDonald. I don't believe those people believe anything they say. I think they do it to get a reaction out of the people. And they see that reaction they do get out of the people, it allows them to capitalize on the heightened emotional state of people. And that brings in more money. So that's just what they keep doing. I give 2 fucks less about Tom McDonald. Bro, I'm telling you, like when I was younger, a couple years ago, I used to think people were warriors. Like legit. Like I wanted to feel like I wasn't the only one that would take it there if necessary, but as time went on, I came to realize I was the only one that would take it there if necessary. That's why I said everybody doesn't deserve your loyalty. That's why now I view all these people as entertainers, because they just talk that shit. They're not really about the things that they talk about. Like you had a lot of rebels, rebel types. You had a lot of rebel types come out of the whole Trump debacle. You know, like between 2020 and 2021, all these rebel types, they all just fell by the wayside and caved under pressure. And they were the type of people who wrote songs about going against the establishment. Them niggas not going against the establishment. They wrote songs about not wearing masks, but they wore masks to get on a plane to perform those anti-mask songs. You know, those type of people who took the vaccine so they can keep doing vaccine-only shows, bringing in money, but acting like, you know, like they took a stand. You know, those type of people. Or the gun community where people just, you know, act like, oh, I'm standing up for your rights, and them niggas not standing up for your rights. You know, people, the constitutionalists that, yeah, the constitutionalist types that, you know, aren't really constitutionalist types. You know, that the anarchists that pay taxes. You know, it's just a bunch of people. They fit into these categories but they don't abide by the category that they claim to fit into's rules for being in that category. I just got tired of it. That's why I said I'm doing me. That's all I can do. I can't put my allegiance with somebody else or somebody else's ideology. Because when they fall by the wayside, you're going to watch me fall by the wayside by default. Then I'm automatically going to get lumped in with them. And that puts you in a box that's real hard to get out of. Like conservatives. Like if you paid attention to my channel, I never actually claimed I was a conservative. Never. Or a Democrat. I just talked about shit. But the minute you do pick a side on that level, I feel like you are a part of you are a part of the sleep that claim they are awake. I don't know no other way to put it. I don't know no other way to put it. Like, I'll never be on the right or conservative or Republican. Like, those are just titles. Like, I'm done. I'm tired of fucking titles, because those titles don't mean nothing to the people that bear those titles. So, yeah, I'm just me. I'm 12607. 12607. That's the address I grew up in. That's a household. Like, I carry on the teachings of my household. I can't be a part of your political group, because your leader fucking is a Fed. Like, niggas was talking about the Proud Boys, and the Proud Boys was getting all that bad press. They had the Donald Trump effect. And you was sitting there, you wanted to be on their side by default. Then you found out one of their head people, that nigga, yeah, he just an informant. He just a whole ass informant out here on these streets. Then you go further up the chain and you find out that the nigga Gavin Guinness, he's shoving dildos up his ass. So you like, yo, if I'm running around claiming Proud Boys, or I got Instagram posts or other posts talking about my affiliation with them or how I support them, people gonna be looking at you like you fucking weird. They be like, yo, what the fuck going on with you? Like, you want to claim anarchy, but all the anarchists you know done up and ran. One of the biggest ones, namely, and I'm not here to get into anarchy, whether or not it's a viable form of government or whether or not you could do it. I'm just talking about the people, because that's what people go off of. The people in that movement. So with anarchists, you have nothing but runners. People who run from fucking problems. So much so to the point where you got the white nationalist type of anarchists that want to move to fucking Mexico because they feel like their laws are better. Anarchapulco. You like, you don't, like, this supposed to be your culture. You supposed to fight for this. Then you got the other one people call a truther guru, James Corbett. He's an anarchist. That nigga left Canada and moved to Japan. A bunch of fucking runners. A bunch of fucking runners. Or a bunch of flashlight salesmen like High Impact Flicks. The nigga that had the infant mask for sale at the height of the coronavirus scheme. And niggas like, yo, you should know better. And he was like, yo, this is a capitalist society, right? Are you a communist now? I can't sell masks. This capitalism. Are you against capitalism? I'm like, look at you niggas. Look at you anarchy niggas. Like, we don't gotta go into anarchy. All we gotta do is discuss the characteristics of the people that claim to be anarchists. They want to talk shit about everybody fucking else and act like their shit don't stink. Or let's go to another group, the fucking conservatives. How about those fucking conservatives, huh? Huh? Let's talk about how all the fucking conservatives are all for gay marriage now. None of them will say that shit on the world stage, that gay marriage is immoral, is wrong, and marriage is between a man and a woman. None of them will say that shit. Because they need those endorsements. At the very least, they need to keep getting views on their fucking YouTube videos. Like, none of them. And the ones that do, they're buddy-buddy with other conservatives that click up and form like little cliques that go to war against like other conservatives. And they seem to have different talking points. But all of their talking points are just based on their reaction to the advancements that the left is making in culture. So now you get into groups of people who do nothing but backpedal and feel like the walls are closing in because of their own behavior. Because they don't know how to hold ground. Because they can't take a stand. And then it goes into this the same type of groupthink that I seen in gangs. Yeah, I see with the conservatives, I see with the liberals. Yeah, any other type of rebel group, you find out then the leader, he's fucking gay as fuck. He's a fucking faggot. The truther community. Let's talk about them. How all these fucking truthers are bought and fucking paid for. And they're mostly put there because their audience doesn't believe in watching mainstream media. So it's like their job, they get paid to bring you mainstream media. Some of them boast about that. They say, oh, I watch CNN, so you don't have to. Now let me tell you what's going on. So they bring you the bullshit. They know. You think these people don't know more and more people aren't watching TV? The younger generation isn't watching the cable news network. They still want to tap into that audience that they're missing. How do they do that? Truthers. Truthers gonna bring you the bullshit on a mainstream level, whether you want it or not. Because that's their bread and butter. That's where the money comes. That's where the money comes from. You can call it alternative media all the fuck you want, but when you do nothing but report on mainstream media, you are mainstream media. You have nothing else to offer. That's it. That's it. Like you're a fucking rebel. You're not. Most of these people, all they got to do is tell them, yo, we going to take your channel. And they act right. It don't take much. All it takes for most of these people is to completely get all their videos demonetized, and then they start acting weird. Then they go to the next best thing. Just fucking... you know. So nah, I don't put my name with nobody else's group or organization, because everybody I've seen, they just fucking weird. They're weird. They don't stand for the type of things I stand for, and when they say they do, they're not willing to go all out with it. So this is why I really don't get upset with people. I talk shit about people, but this is why I really don't get upset with people, and I'm not making a whole bunch of videos like, how come they don't understand? I don't expect them to. I do my own thing. I'm not tied to these people. So I have no dog in any of those fights. I don't have to defend nobody. I don't have to defend the left or the right when they do some weird shit. I don't have to defend these people. And you know what? That's what my last days of gangbang. Let's talk about me gangbanging. That's what the last days of me gangbanging look like. We had a little homie. This nigga ran up in somebody's cell and took his TV while the dude wasn't there. Rule number 1 is you don't steal, you take. If you want somebody's TV, you got to run up in their cell while they're in there and take it. If you grab their TV and they say, hey, and they hop off the rack and they want to fight you, you got to fight and you got to win that fight to come out with that TV. A whole bunch of homies just can't flood that cell and jump the dude. You got to take that shit personally. And if you steal, when we find out you have stolen from somebody, you're going to get your ass beat by like 10 homies. That's just what it was. So I had people that kept making dumbass mistakes that I had to go to bat for. I had people, there was this one dude, he ran up a debt from store boxing with some bounty hunter bloods. Another rule is you don't go into debt. Yeah, that was a rule. No debt from nobody. Least of all a rival fucking gang. Because when that rival gang member feels like, hey, you owe me X amount of money and you continue not to pay up, then that rival gang member, what do? Because they're dealing with the gang member, they go to their gang. Now the politics start. So now you got a whole set of Bloods against a whole set of Crips by default because you want to go into debt for fucking honey buns. For honey buns, chips, soups, chili pouches, summer sausages. Look at you. So now that forces the other people like me who really have nothing to do with that to have something to do with that. So now I'm a target by default because I'm associated with you. They don't give a fuck if I got a good head on my shoulders. I'm going to get lumped in the dumbass category box as you, the nigga that went into debt with a rival gang. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to stand up for this nigga. You got to go talk to the head homie on their side. Yeah, you got to, like, listen, you on some man-to-man shit, you got to, how much does he owe you? Oh, he owed a little homie $500. You know that nigga doesn't have it. You don't know why he kept borrowing money and getting food and store boxing. So now somebody has to pay the price for that. Or else there's going to be a fucking gang war and that's going to fuck up business on the whole fucking compound. That's going to fuck up business in the entire penitentiary for every fucking body. You got homies in other cell blocks that don't even know what the fuck is going on here. They're none the wiser, but they got Bloods on their block. Those Bloods aren't going to say, hey, your homies in a cell block across the yard, yeah, they're in debt and they refuse to pay up. Nah, they don't do that. They just start stabbing shit. And the homies ain't going to know why the fuck they're like, why the fuck you poking me up? I thought we was cool. Because of some shit that happened across the fucking yard. Because somebody was low impulse. Because somebody wanted something so bad they went into debt with the rival gang to get it. They made a deal with the devil and they knew they couldn't pay up. So instead of it just being them getting stabbed up, you might get stabbed up minding your own fucking business on a cell block you should feel safe in. You got other homies that are ready to go home that might get involved in it and get stabbed up or end up stabbing somebody up and getting more time. See how you got to defend? That's why I don't associate with these people. That's why when people come with their titles, they're like, I'm this. Aren't you supposed to be this? I'm like, nah. BG got poked up, nah. That's why when they say you this, you supposed to be this, I'm like, nah. That's why when people came on here, they was like, oh, he's a black conservative. No, the fuck I'm not. No, I'm not. No, the fuck I'm not. I don't want to have to backpedal and explain away the Hodge twins getting facts wrong about General Lee. I don't want to have to explain away the amazing Lucas's fucking behavior. I don't want to have to go into why I got to stand with Brandon Tatum or why I'm backing Candace fucking Owens. That's that gang shit. Now you gotta explain away other people's shit instead of just being who you are. I don't run in packs. So if I do something stupid, y'all come on here, y'all gonna get an explanation from me. A little baby butterfly. So when I do something stupid, no one has to explain why I'm doing something stupid. Y'all gonna get an explanation from me. I'm personally responsible for all of my actions. I don't have nobody over me dictating what I should do. I don't have nobody under me who fucks up and then I gotta go to bat for and explain away why he did what he did and then pay up for what he should be paying for. I'm my own man. So that's where that come from. I have no problem repping anarchy in my people. It's a real community. I hear you. I have no problem with you doing that. More power to you, Nicholas Canada. I still think you're a robot, but if you are, you know, you're a pretty cool robot. Every now and then you come on here, we argue about anarchy. We have a great time. We eat our cheese sandwiches. I log the fuck out. You go back to work. It's a beautiful relationship we have, Nicholas Canada. I'm not mad at you. I'm not your enemy. I'm just not an anarchist, and I can never claim to be so. But shout out to you. There's people out here claiming a whole lot worse. Yeah, so getting back to it, you got the truth of community. And all the people who bigged up Alex Jones. It's like, yo, you know your big homie watches tranny porn. And you like, fuck. He does, but if you head on over to InfoWarsStores.com, there's a promo code. You can get up to half off of dick hardening pills. And you just like, come on, cut. Like, come on, man. Like, homie, you don't see it. You don't fucking see it. And when you claim a group like that, it's hard to just look at the person responsible. Oftentimes, you look at everybody down the line, even when they haven't done nothing wrong. Just like how I explained to you it is in prison. It's like by default. Especially when you excuse the behavior. Like when that other guy came on talking about, come on now, it doesn't matter if he had tranny porn. Everybody got a little tranny porn on their web browser history, right? Right? Like that nigga. Now I'm looking at all you niggas that spawned from Alex Jones, just weird as fuck. Like y'all a bunch of fucking weirdos. Weirdos, runners, incessant tellers, talebearers, with your fucking corporate sponsors, or with your basic bitch sponsors like Black Rifle Coffee. That whole Awaken with JP shit. Like when you seen him making the spiritual videos, he went from making spiritual sketches that were just extremely gay as fuck to the political sketches that were even gayer, to the point of putting on a Victoria's Secret bra. And I remember when that fallout for Black Rifle Coffee came, that nigga made a whole video like, yo, I'm still gonna put on for Black Rifle Coffee. He told you niggas to your fate, every time you see one of my skits, you gonna see some Black Rifle Coffee paraphernalia. And you do. You do. So all those people that's mad at Black Rifle Coffee for calling them white supremacists and terrorists, because that's what they said, and for being fake, them niggas still support Awaken with JP. And he supports Black Rifle Coffee. It's just like the niggas that got mad at me for exposing the fact that this nigga Awaken with JP said he supports Black Lives Matter at a time when Black Lives Matter was burning down Minnesota. And everybody was sitting up there saying, oh, well, maybe he'll learn that they're the bad guys now. And I'm like, the homie, his name Awaken with JP. Clearly this nigga isn't awakened this shit. He does what he does to get money. And if you don't believe me, that video's still out there. Just type in Awaken with JP supports BLM. That shit happened some time ago, but I called it out when it happened in real time. Not to mention that, but on Awaken with JP's police brutality video, in the description box, he had links to where you could donate to BLM, the NAACP, the George Floyd Memorial Fund. No bullshit. And then people want to come here and talk to me about grifters. So no, I'm not riding with none of you niggas. That's why I correct the record quick. I correct the record quick. Niggas be like, oh, you so. I'm like, I'm not with them. I'm me. I'm me. Nah, I'm me. I'm my own man. I'm my own man. I make my own decisions. I stand on my own 2 feet. For me and my family. Who up? Morals and Dogma. Matter of fact, speaking of prison, I read that book in prison. That was on the list of things you couldn't get. They dictate what type of books you can get in prison. Like they have a list of banned books. Like if they catch you with those books, they're confiscating them shits and throwing them out. So that's why I took home that Behold a Pale Horse book. Cause I got into it with somebody over that book. I took that shit home. Like you had to, it's to the point where you gotta hide books like it's a fucking bag of wine when the COs show the fuck up. Like you gotta hope they don't really go through your collection. It's to the point you gotta hide your book like that, like Behold a Pale Horse with porn, with just images of you know the pictures of, you know, the sex pics. Yeah, that's cool. You just gotta sandwich it in between there. I remember somebody, he had a sale check and he just sandwiched some documents on I forget what was it, some sovereignty or some shit. Yeah, he just sandwiched some law shit in between some porn pictures. So the COs just went through it like, oh, they fucking, all right, cool. It just started rummaging somewhere else. Yeah, so that's why, you know, that's how I am. Somebody said banned in Boston. Big homie. Yeah, that's why I'm the way that's why I'm the way I am. Hide it in plain sight. Or hide it in between some random chick's butt cheeks. It's the only way you keeping good information in there, because they gonna take that shit. You leave that book out like that, they like, what the fuck is this? They had the list with them when they searched sales. They was like, oh shit. But let me interview you. Nah, I don't do interviews. I'm not doing interviews. Somebody said, wait, is it at least a real chick's butt? Really, nigga? Nah, people that had people. You had people selling porno. People would have their people on the outside, like their girlfriends. They used to send. I remember my homie, he got sent panties, and people was paying for them. People was paying for them because they smelled like his girl. Like, this how weird. This how primal shit get. Like, see, y'all filled with comfort right now. A lot of y'all listening to me, you're comfortable in life. You may be broke as fuck, because I know a lot of you are, because you refuse to donate to me and my cause to fight this war. You may not have a lot of money, but you're fucking comfortable. Them niggas in there, they're not comfortable. So they do anything for any type of comfort. Like pay $100 for somebody to get his girl to send used panties in the mail so they can get them in prison and smell them while they whack off. Real shit. This just real. This is what men are reduced to. This is what I seen men get reduced to. No joke. That's all. Like I had a cellmate. His girl used to spray the letter she sent him with like this perfume to remind him of a woman. Like, shit get real. Y'all can't fathom that type of shit because y'all never been put in a position where you had all of this taken away from you. So it's like y'all have no idea. Y'all just on the outside looking in, trying to figure out in your own mind how it would be for you in there. That's why you can say, oh, ill, or oh, what they doing in there. Nah, that shit. Y'all just haven't had those type of experiences. But if a lot of you niggas, for the rebels y'all say y'all are, if y'all keep going down that rebel road, you gonna see. You gonna see. But a lot of these people who claim they rebels and who you feel like really about what they talk about, they're scared to live like that. They're scared of prison. Which is, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, but that's what comes with the territory. That's what comes with the territory. That's what comes with the territory. That dude from the Proud Boys, Enrique, that Enrique dude from Proud Boys, scared of prison. That's why he became a federal informant, so he can get his sentence reduced, or so he can skip out on jail time or prison time altogether. I really don't know, but I know for you to become a federal informant, that means you agree to tell on people so that you don't go down for some shit that you did. Now, I'm not even against telling on people. If you clean, if you don't live that type of life, by all means, do what you do. You go in the courtroom, point the finger, be like, it was him. I ain't mad at you. I ain't got nothing but love for you. That's really how you clean up the streets. But when a nigga who is involved in multiple robberies, money laundering, is facing RICO, and they decide to take the stand and tell on somebody so they can get their sentence reduced for the shit that they did, yeah. And that's what that nigga from Proud Boys did. That's what he did. You're a fucking informant. You're an informant. I don't trust you. Not because you told on somebody, but because I know you'll do the dirt. And then when you get hemmed up, when you get caught up, when you get in trouble, you'll tell on your brother and be like, him, and guess what he did? So you can be more comfortable. That rebel lifestyle that people lead you to believe they're in, that shit comes with uncertainty and times of discomfort. But these people, they don't want to. It's fashionable now. It's fashionable to do the Tom McDonald thing. You know, just get a bunch of fucking tattoos and have people thinking you this way or that way. Or have people thinking you ride for freedom. Freedom! The 99% of these niggas screaming that shit don't even believe in freedom. They don't even want it. Because wanting freedom, at that level, these people talking about it, it comes with prison time, or it comes with getting a bullet to your fucking head. Or putting a bullet in somebody else's head, and they can't live with themselves after doing some shit like that. So that's why I gave y'all an example of, you know, prison, with some people, you know, doing prison. So I can better understand where I'm coming from with this shit. That's why I don't get excited when somebody new pops up. Like, oh, I'm doing this. Like all these people that pop the fuck up and y'all say that they're alpha male, or they're the next thing in conservatism, or, you know, they're going to help us win some type of fucking, you know. It's like, I don't even fucking get excited. I done seen it all. I done seen heroes rise and fall. That's it. They rise, they fall. They get brought up on purpose just for the fall. And then people get on, they be like, how do you feel about so-and-so? He's doing great things. Like all of them fall by the fucking wayside. They don't fucking last. Yeah, that shit primal. Yeah, prison primal. When I was telling y'all about dudes getting their girlfriend to send panties that they had wore for a couple days so it could really smell like, get that vaginal musk, and they can send it to prison and sell it to the highest bidder. Yeah, that shit real. But that shit primal, that lets you know the state that man can be in when they either feel like they lost everything, or I really don't know how to explain it, but I feel like prison is the closest thing to anarchy as you're going to get. It's controlled. You have COs in there, and there's supposed to be rules, yes. And I know people don't fight to get out. There's some differences, but that's pretty much anarchy. It's controlled by gangs. Who's the strongest? Who has more of a fight in them? Because the COs don't protect you. You can go to a CO. You can go to a correction officer with a grievance for a fellow inmate. Like, hey, I was threatened by this guy yesterday. I feel like my life is in danger. They're going to laugh at you. They're not going to do nothing for you. They're just basically there to make sure no one dies, to keep down bad publicity. Because you got activist groups on the outside ready to shine a light on any type of foul shit going on in there. They're just more of, and they will beat your ass. CO correction officer, they will beat your ass. But they're more of the inmates. They more run the joint. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go to a CO for protection, but you can go to an inmate for protection. And some COs, they get paid off. This is all of it. It goes back to money. Who has the most money? Who can pay off somebody to get them moved out of a certain cell and moved into another cell and get them set up? You got COs running drugs in there. They bringing drugs from the outside in there, and like when I was at Augusta Corrections Facility, you can Google that shit. The Aryan Brotherhood ran it. That's like one of the only spreads in the state of Virginia where the Aryan Brotherhood is real heavy. I don't know if it's still like that, but the COs, they had 88 tattoos. They had the, you know, they had the 1488 tattoos. They had thunderbolts. They had, the COs were gang members, and they made sure that the Brotherhood inmates in there got tobacco, weed, Suboxone. They were flooding the prison with their shit. But most of these people, most of these Brotherhood members, they just became junkies. So that had an opposite effect of what they intended. But it made it so the blacks and the Latinos had to go through the whites in order to get drugs. So they controlled that whole trade. So that's also where that race war happened at too. So yeah, you had that shit going on, but it was more anarchy. It was like no fucking rules. And every time somebody was like, "Oh, these are the rules for the gang," somebody else broke them. It just kept shifting. It was a whole power structure. It was a whole government just between different groups. It was just a government. And then those groups got together and formed a coalition upon which you, the people who aren't affiliated with anything, had to pay up. Y'all done heard my prison extortion stories. Yeah, you niggas had to pay up. I know a lot of you niggas out there like, I would never pay. I would never pay. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you fucking would. It doesn't matter how big you are neither. You will pay. But yeah, that's what it boils down to. Because you either going to pay because you scared and you need that protection from somebody else. Or you gonna pay to be left alone? So I was the person running down on people like, yo, I need a percentage of your commissary. Yo, you know what? I'm out here trying to get a job with the IRS. I was the IRS. Damn it, I'm glad we had this talk, y'all. I was the fucking IRS. I already had that job. Yeah. Yeah, I was the IRS. I was like, how much you get from your people? Like $500. I need 300. Give him a list with all the stuff he need to get at the commissary. Yeah, I was the IRS. You need to have this if you want to live in peace. Oh, they're like, I'm not paying you. You don't got to pay me. But I'm going to send them boys in blue in your cell to beat the fuck out of you and take what you got anyway. So the choice is yours. We can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. I was already the IRS, so yeah, I don't want that job no more. I already been there, done that. Damn, I was IRS. My rights are inherent from the creator. Fuck away from me. Hard way, let's go. Belinda, you ain't gonna do nothing but cover your ankles the hard way. Cut that out. Up there in Canada, making the best French toast. Yes, I will make the best French toast and I will cover up my ankles because Birke requests to tell me to cover up my ankles and matrix break told me I need to wear a hijab and I wear a hijab and I try to cover it up, but I am Canadian, and I say, you know, I just saying, you know. I thought I was from Eastern European, but I am Canadian, you know. I am Ubud Canadian, you know. I cover my ankles. I don't know why I did my Swedish, my Greta Thunberg thing. I don't know why I put that up. My bad, Belinda. I did the Swedish. I don't know why I went there by default. I don't know why. I hit you with the Midsummer. Y'all seen that movie Midsummer? That shit was fucked up, but I was talking about that the last live stream. There's I selected trivia that I would like to Belinda. She's not putting emojis. The live chatted because the emojis in the live chatted and the Tario that she does not want to cover her ankles because she is feminist. She is not from Eastern European Czech Republic. Just give me Czech, no Republic here. You know, I got it at the Canadian, you know. A boot. It's a boot time we take a stand there. What is that? I kind of went into some Scottish type of. It's a boot time we take a stand there. No, that's Irish. What the fuck? What the fuck am I? Hold on, it's a boot time here. That's Irish. I seen Crimes of the Future. I bet it's worse than Summerlin. You mean Midsummer? It's about time, eh? I ain't lying. I was watching. Where the English people at? Y'all niggas, man, you fucking pawn hoppers or something else. You niggas that terrorized the Scots. Where the English people at? Spreading marmalade on their English muffins right now, acting all docile and compliant. You niggas was savages. Go ask the Scots. I was in that bitch watching the Rebel King. Them fucking English people took over Scotland like that. Y'all know y'all was wrong for that. The Scotsman was up there, we must preserve our culture. The English was like, nope, sure won't. Not on our watch. Fuck your culture. You are English now. Ain't that Braveheart shit too? I done seen too many movies about the English people just taking over shit. That's why when America beat y'all back, y'all was like, what? When they got some Greta Thunberg, we must go to the war with the people. Belinda. Got Belinda Smith. That was the secret weapon. Had her uncover her ankle. That shit distracted everybody. The ankle is not covered. Just hideous. When they said release the Kraken, they were talking about that ankle. That shit turned the tide of that war. Jewish spark plugs. I don't know, but that hurt my head thinking about that. I don't want a Jewish spark plug. Release the Kankles. Belinda's last name sound like someone turning on their gas stove. That'd be when you try to light that pilot. You ever had your shit clicking for like 2 minutes and your parents yell at you, hurry the fuck up? It won't light. That shit won't ignite. That shit, you cut that bitch on. You gotta hold that knob in the right spot. Your parents still yelling, you're wasting gas. Like, it won't light. You gotta do some dangerous shit and take that big lighter and hold it to it while it's trying. That shit, your shit be singed. You got that stove going though. I remember that shit. That's a childhood memory. Light the fucking stove. You gotta cut that bitch off. BG should sing a Sinead O'Connor song. Nah. BG, you ever watch Buck and Billy Ray Smith? Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I seen it. That's the Buck and Billy Ray Smith. That's the barometer for which people try to judge me. Like, you should, real men split their wood with an axe. And I was like, no. And it was like, Buck and Billy Ray does it. And I was like, man, that nigga you ain't never seen that nigga split 30-inch diameter red oak. That nigga has a log splitter. Do not let that YouTube shit fool you. Hi there, little baby bird. You just want to say hi to Belinda. Belinda's ankle. I got her ankle right here. Yeah, that nigga got a log splitter hidden some fucking where. Buck and Billy Ray only split softwood. Yeah, I ain't never seen them split no sycamore or red oak. Nah. When you splitting wood like that though, a lot of the stuff online is just for show. Like, come here, I'm gonna show you. I could easily start a channel. Like, I can get the technique right for swinging an axe and start the channel off. It's showing beginners how to use an axe and how to use a maul. And I'll start on some shit like this. But what you won't see is this. But what you do see is me splitting this. And that's just the whole video. Make a little cute video like, how fast can I cut this round? But that nigga, it's not how he got all of this. You know, it's people think Yo, he's splitting that with an axe. That's how he got all of this. No, 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 that nigga has a log splitter. Sorry to tell you. Then he got a good one too. Easton made. That shit take like 2 years to get. You place the order for that? I seen the owner, the guy who run the Easton made firewood processors and stuff like that. He got a stone mixer too. He got his own YouTube channel. He's like, today I would like to tell you that it is going to take another 25 years until you get your order if you placed it before the 31st. He's Canadian or some shit with like some Dutch in there. I don't fucking know. He's up there in Canada. I was like, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Wolf Ridge then. It was like, yeah, that shit gonna take like 3 years to get to. It's like, what the fuck? Shit, I'm gonna just go to Home Depot and just get this shit then. And get that shit the same day. Yeah, if you starting out and you want to get into the business, ain't no way you gonna wait 2 years for a fucking log splitter. You gonna go to Home Depot, get a little cheap one until the shit that you place the order for come, and then you can sell that on Facebook Marketplace and get your money back. Guys, no lie, these log splitters, they hold their value. Like they really do. They hold their value. You could put it back out there. You get one, they hold good value. I'm not gonna say all of it because it'd be beat the fuck up. But if you've been like just taking care of it, yeah, and you got it for like $1,000, you could put that shit back out there for like 8. You can put it back 8, 9. Somebody they'll pay for it. Somebody pay for it. Fertilizer gonna be gold soon, like a refrigerant is gold. BG, we just changed your name to the Log Father. No, I haven't been in. I like that name, but I haven't been doing this that long to be the Log Father. Nah, when I'm like 60 or something, yeah. Like I will have earned that name. I don't want no fucking name I haven't earned. I'm green. I'm blue. I'm green to this. I'm new to this. I'll be that oak guy. Like I know my oaks better than most people. Like, I can tell what type of oak you have based on pictures you send me. Cause you'll have people that be like, oh, I need you to come out and split some wood for me. I'm like, what kind of wood you have? What's the diameter of the round? Is it cut up? Is it in log form? What you got? They send a picture. I'm looking. I'm like, oh, that's chestnut oak right there. That's chestnut. Like I'm good at that shit. I had to get good because I had to look at pictures. Like you can't just show up. A lot of times you don't want to just show up for an estimate. Like you do it over the phone now. Like you show up, somebody sends you a picture, you be like, oh, that's scarlet oak right there. That's that scarlet oak. Look at that contrast in them ridges between the surface and then when it gets split, you look at the heartwood. Look at that heartwood right there. I could tell. Look there. Oh, that's cedar. I can tell by the heartwood. That shit gets like a faded hue. You be like, oh, that shit been seasoning for like 6 to 7 months. Look at it. I know how long it's just been sitting there. You know how long that shit been sitting there? BG, what's your thoughts on elm? I don't want it. I'm not a fan of elm. I have some elm on the other side of the yard though. But I don't like cottonwood. I avoid that shit like the plague. That cottonwood and that sweet gum, the sweet gum tree. They be like, I got this sweet gum. I'm like, nah, you don't cook with it, but to split, you won't see Buck and Billy Ray just splitting gum. Yo, that shit is intense. I got me a couple rounds of gum because I was thinking it was something else. And this one this before I got the log splitter. I'm taking the axe to it, and I almost killed that shit. I almost died. And I'm like, how come this shit not splitting? And then I did get it to split, and the shit was just extremely stringy. And the fibers are all intertwined. I was like, ain't no way I'm taking an axe through this shit. What the fuck is this? How could God make a tree like this? Nah, I don't want no gum. No gum. Keep that shit. That's why I got good at identifying trees based on pictures. People like, I got all this wood, and you come get it. And I'll be like, you got to make sure it's not gum. You should try splitting koa. Yeah, I've never even heard of that. I don't even think we have that out here. I don't even think we have that. Where the fuck y'all going? Y'all keep talking about later. Y'all keep saying bye. Where the fuck y'all going? I talk about wood for 2 seconds and y'all up and leave. And sit y'all ass down. Niggas leaving. I don't got no fucking trees. Fuck him. I'm out. I got shit to do. You ain't gonna do nothing but lead the stream and then go make some toaster strudels. Sit your ass down. People hate the wood talk. They be like, oh, here he go again with his oak. Y'all know y'all like my oak rants. Y'all know I've given y'all enough information to the point where you can go in any fucking forest across America and be like, yo, that's an oak tree. People are like, how you know? Like, cause I watch Barricade Garage. That's an oak. That's a scarlet oak. That right there, that's American chestnut oak. Not to be confused with the American chestnut tree. A lot of y'all in here right now didn't know that the oak tree is where acorns come from. Y'all didn't fucking know that. Y'all been watching Alvin and the Chipmunks all this fucking time and didn't know that's where the acorns come from. Yeah, oak is official. That's the acorn tree. Well, Faith Farrah, yeah, we did. But what Faith Farrah didn't know is that the interior live oak mixed with the black oak makes the hybrid Negro baby variant Oracle oak. Grows between 40, 60 feet tall. It's the Oracle oak. Yeah. It's the child of the black oak and the interior live oak. Y'all didn't even know it was a tree in here called interior live oak. I taught y'all that. Don't act like that when I start talking about trees. No, don't do that. Y'all had no idea about the Oracle oak. Y'all had no idea about that great bastard white. Y'all didn't even know what a bastard white was. Philip said, I did. You didn't hear about a bastard white until I brought it to your attention. That bastard white oak, that shit's something else. One of the rarest oak trees is the Mesa oak. Yeah, the Mesa oak. That shit grows in California. My favorite tree is the bastard white and the scarlet oak. Yeah, those are my two favorite trees. I cook with scarlet oak. People in Texas chastise me about cooking with scarlet. They be like, you don't cook with scarlet oak, it make the meat taste better and that. I be like, your shit not seasoned right. You don't know how to cook. All they want to use is post oak. You gotta get the post oak. No, that shit don't grow around here like that. No, nigga, red oak. The red oak tree grows up to 200 feet. No, the red oak tree can live up to 200 years longer than any other type of oak. The red oak tree can live up to like 500 years, which is 200 years longer than any other fucking oak tree. That's fucking impressive. That's a red oak. And red oak is its own category. When you talking about red oak, that consists of scarlet oak, interior live oak, Gary oak. Yeah. Then you got your evergreen oaks. They just stay green all year round like Christmas trees. Y'all didn't even know that shit existed. Fuck out of it. Nah, how y'all gonna leave on my tree rants? If we was in, it will kill your bar and chain. What the gum? You talking about the gum? Yeah, I don't want no parts of that. If I see sweet gum, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah. Nah. Somebody said angel oak in Carolina is over 2,000 years old. How the fuck they know it's over 2,000 years old? Has it been cut down so they can see the rings? Or are they just fucking carbon dating it? Fucking 2,000 years old my ass. No. They're a bunch of fucking liars. No fucking angel oak over 2,000 years old. And the termites and bark beetles ain't got to it yet? Lies. Come on now. You might as well have told me there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Look, it's here. It's true. I see it. No, it's lying. It ain't 2,000 years old. It may be 200 years old. Bluegrass said, look it up. It's 2,000. And they lying. No. I don't believe it. Just that one tree, it's a freak, it's a mutant. Yeah, it carries the mutant gene then. That tree got the X gene. It's a hybrid Negro baby variant of coronavirus tree and the polio. It's something going on with that. You don't know regular oak just lived 2,000 years old. Dinosaur hoax is old as fuck. Man, leave them velociraptors alone. The chickens evolved from them. Leave them alone. That's one of the first. When you think about it, they said the chickens evolved from the dinosaur. It's like that's one of the first times you hear about something evolving into something smaller and less able to defend itself. You're like, oh, so it was an apex predator. You know, velociraptor. You know, apex predator. It just evolved over time to become this defenseless yard bird. Tree rings used to be closer together. The hardwood ring was closer together than something changed environmentally. A pterodactyl? Yeah, the pterodactyl. I would want one. I would want it. And they'd be like, yo, you got the yardbird? I got the pterodactyls. I got pterodactyl infrastructure. I get started on that immediately. Here we go. Somebody get on Benjamin on the phone. I want them 3-foot chickens. Chickens instead of dog. Faith is a Raptor. Angel oak is a southern live oak. Aquarius Virginian. Oh, I like it because it got Virginia in its name. Located in Angel Oak Park on Johns Island near Charleston, South Carolina. The tree is estimated to be 400 to 500 years old. Thanks for clearing that up. Didn't I just say the oak tree that? That's what I said. They grow between, you know, up to 500 years old. It's not 2,000 years old. I looked it up. It used to say 2,000 years old before. See, that's why I know when I'm right, I'm right. See, I didn't look it up like y'all did. I'm just going off of knowledge of oak. I know the longest living oak tree is the red oak. And it can live up to 500 years old, which is 200 years longer than other oaks. So if you got another type of oak that has lived between 400 and 500 years old, that's rare. That's special. But 2,000 years? Oh, no tree lived 2,000 years old. You got oak, that's one of the longest living trees. But y'all talking oak trees though? You still going? I'm still going. All right, I'm done. I'm done with the, I'm done. You ain't split nothing until you split Ohio wood. I don't do nothing with trees. Now I got all these tree facts in my head. Yeah, and it's because of me you now know that oak is in the beech family. Y'all didn't know that until I said that. All these oaks I'm telling you about, that's in the beech tree family. Yo, that's amazing. No wonder I'm such a fan of the beech tree. I love beech wood. And it dries out a lot quicker than oak, I tell you what. I tell you, Bobby, I tell you what. It dries out a lot quicker than oak. Super Crip blood, useless tree facts. That's not true. Like if you were with, like say you're in a shit hit the fan scenario and you're in the forest. I have knowledge that pertains to what trees mean what direction you're growing in, what region certain trees grow in, as it pertains to direction, what trees start to look like the closer they get to a body of water so you can get something to drink. Yeah, how to identify trees based on leaves, and when it's the fall and when it's winter, how to identify trees based on bark, to provide sustenance so you can have something to eat or you can make something useful. This isn't useless by a long shot. And now I'm pairing that knowledge with knowledge from the Forager's Handbook. What type of trees to use for medicinal purposes, all of that. Yeah, you think it's useless until you just lost in the fucking forest and don't know which direction to go. Yeah, I could tell you. It's just useless tree knowledge. I go hiking though, so I like to go to the forest. We got like one of the biggest forests. It's like 2,000 acres, and just nothing but trails right down the street from where I live. So we go there, we go walking, hiking. So I've learned how to identify certain terrains based on what type of trees you see. Yeah. We made bark soup and scouts. Our leader was an ex-Vietnam vet. Yeah, but yeah, these are useless facts though. If you're like in New York City and you're just concerned about the price of cigarettes, and you're like, what the fuck I want to know about an oak tree for? You know? I'm not a fan of birch trees, but you can make syrup from birch trees, which is fucking insane when you think about it. Like your ancestors, they knew how to tap trees, like the maple tree, the birch tree, and some other type of trees. I know which type of maple tree has the highest sugar content, the sugar maple tree. I know when you're supposed to tap into them. When the temperature is below 40 degrees and when it's above 20 degrees Fahrenheit. If you try to tap a tree, a maple tree, when it's too cold, the sap won't flow and all the sap is going to stay in the root. No, if you try to tap it when it's too hot, the sap stays in the root. And if you try to tap it when it's too cold, the shit just not flowing. You got to get that sweet spot, which is typically between January, February, March, and April at the latest, and then you're done. Like I could tap a maple tree right now, nothing to come out. Yeah, just general shit for sustenance, just for like, did someone poop in your coffee? I don't drink coffee. I understand. I am a nerd. I'm a tree nerd. I'm not a tree nerd because I only like specialize in like oak. Everything else, I still got a lot to catch up on. I'm a nerd. I don't know a lot in the grand scale of things, but I know enough to make you guys go boring. Let's talk about these Newport 100 prices. This shit. Easy 100 zombies. If you don't own a draw knife, you're moist. Oh, coming from a guy who doesn't own a tandem axle trailer. Walnut, bitternut, walnut, butternut. But see, I know, oh, you parasailing bitch, I see you. I see you. You gotta look at the right moment when the sun hits the web and you can see it, that gleam, that glimmer, and then you get the fuck out of the way. That mean that web coming. That shit, he just shot one from. Yeah, but like I was saying, I know Bluegrass in the Woods is fond of hickory. So now that we know he likes hickory tree, we can get into hickory for what? For cooking, for furniture, for decking boards, for what? And what type of hickory? You got pig nut hickory, mocker nut hickory, you got shell bark hickory, shag bark hickory, you got butternut hickory. And they produce, like, the hickory trees produce like little acorns, like little, little fruits they call acorns. It's a fruit. The animals go wild for them shits. Hickory is a hard wood. You make tools with it. It's durable. It's shock resistant. That's why they make a lot of axe handles are made out of hickory, because it dampens that vibration like no other wood can. It's hickory. If you want to, live in a simpler time and place, and I see you trying to make a tool handle out of poplar, I'm gonna be like, no, use hickory. And then I can tell you why. That's useful information. which is why you see my council tools pick-a-room is made out of hickory. It's a hickory handle. You don't just cook with it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Anything else y'all want to talk about before I leave? Y'all want to talk about like some truth or shit? I loathe smoked foods except fish. Got fire right like BG's and just tastes like breathy campfire smoke. Why is it bad? It's probably the type of wood you're using. See, what I have behind me is premium hardwood from the finest selection available in this great state of Virginia. I have the type of wood that has seasoned. That means the moisture in the wood has dried out down to a cellular level. That means that when you go to light the fire, it lights quicker, faster, and it burns more efficiently than, let's say, a greener wood would. This is all premium, everything you see here. Now, when you're using premium wood, like I have, the type you can only get from me and me only, you'll notice 2 and 3 things when you burn it in your smoker. The first thing you notice is it's a clean fire. It's a clean burn, which means it doesn't produce a lot of smoke coming out the smokestack. At the beginning, you might see that light bluish colored smoke. That's clean smoke. You won't get that acrid taste that you may get from using other people's choice wood. It's just here where I am, I deliver a premium product that you can't find nowhere else in this country. It's great for use in your chimney. You're not going to get a lot of creosote buildup because I actually let my shit season. You could put it in your smoker. You're not going to get a lot of creosote buildup, and you won't get that dirty smoke, that harsh smoke that makes your meat taste acrid. Your days of wasting brisket are done. Quit the salesman beat. I'm not even being a salesman. I'm being honest. What do you mean? It's no fucking salesman. I can't sell that guy nothing. I'm just telling him, if you can't get your fire right, the fire for a smoker, the fire is the most important aspect outside of the meat and what you put on the smoker. You got to get that fire right. If your fire's not right, your food is going to taste awful. You're going to taste that smoky campfire type taste, that acrid, that creosote taste, and it's going to be covered in like a brown liquid. All right, even when you do have seasoned wood, if it's just smoldering, you're still going to get that dirty smoke. So it's not just the type of premium wood you use. Like if you were using mine, you got to know how to lay your logs, how to lay your splits. You gotta put your splits on the grate in a form that it ensures airflow. You gotta have airflow. And if you don't have enough airflow, you gotta open the lid and let that fire breathe. Like we learned this in the 2nd grade. Maybe it's just a user error. Maybe nothing's wrong with the wood you're using and it's just you. It's probably just you. But there's a lot of people, when I started smoking with wood and using wood, cooking with it, I got the same thing. I had to learn how to do it. Part of my problem was it wasn't how I was doing it, it was the type of wood, which is why I go above and beyond to provide you with a superior quality product than what other people are selling. My wood has withstood the test of time, literally and figuratively speaking. And typically oak seasons for about 2 years before it's ready. You can burn this now, and it's only been 10 months. You see this grayish quality in the wood, and you see how hard that is? This is perfect smoking wood. This isn't going to make your meat taste acrid, or it's not going to give you that dirty campfire smoke. You're going to taste the meat, not the heat. Now, some people do like their food a little bit smokier than other people. And if that's the case, close your dampers like halfway so you can allow the fire not to die down but not be as hot, and it'll deliver your food more smoke. And if that doesn't work for you, you can also relocate the smokestack on your grill. That's the exhaust. Sometimes companies put it too fucking high. Sometimes you want to put it below the grate. It depends on what kind of smoker you're using. Do you have an offset smoker? Do you have a box style smoker? How many gallons is it? Are you using a pit barrel cooker? Are you using a drum style smoker? You know, all of these come into play. You got to figure out your equipment, but it starts with getting the premium product. And for a limited time only, I'm offering a promo code. Huh? Yeah. Promo code Bastard White. Yeah, Bastard White. Somebody said this is going to be a skit. No, it's not. This is my life. This is my life. I'm all about having a superior product. I have to work 10 times harder because I don't have as much space as the competition, the Mexicans. They have a whole fucking wood yard, 5-10 acres. I'm doing this on what I have, which is why you see my wood stacked the way it is to maximize airflow so it seasons in almost half the time that it would normally take. You see all those spaces? Look at that. See all those spaces in between the wood stack? That bird agrees with me because it's making homes in those spaces. So not only am I offering you a superior product and I'm drying the wood out in half the time that it would take the competition, I'm also being eco-friendly and providing a home. I'm providing low-income housing for the blue tits. Yeah, we got a blue tit that just lives over there somewhere. Spiders are in there too, but you know, it's an entire ecosystem. That's all I'm saying. Somebody said this is a commercial. This is my life. This is locally grown, organic, locally sourced hardwood. It's premium. And it's fully seasoned, ready to burn. Y'all know when y'all buy that wood, you got to keep, you like, why it won't light on fire? The wood, how come the wood won't light on fire? You won't have that problem with my product. You look at it wrong, it goes up in flames. You can, yeah, I guarantee my product is backed by my guarantee. You can light my firewood with a Bic lighter. Guarantee you I stand by it. Yeah, my shit go up in flames. The competition shit don't do that. If you follow me over here and look at this stack, this is literally called a competition blend. This is the type of wood that competition cooks use. Today was Leviathan's birthday. Oh man, shout out to Leviathan. How you remember Leviathan? Leviathan was a little baby rat snake. It was a little baby. Leviathan's big brother lives in that wood stack. Like 5 feet long. Big too. I heard him coming. I heard when you hear the snake coming, it's something. That shit fuck you up at first. You just look at it. I don't freak out. And it slithered right past me. It's like, what's up? I said, what you doing? He said, thanks for building me this house. Now I'm going to keep these mice away. I said, that's all right. We work together here. So I'm supporting nature, and I have my own ecosystem going. You know, I even had my own circle of life. You know, the hawk eats the snake. The snake eats the mice. The mice eats the insects and other little bullshit that I don't want on here. The birds also help eat the insects and keep the termite population down. Then I got the crickets out here doing their thing. The smell of the wood repels the mosquitoes. You know, so we're doing big things here. Buy with me. Buy my shit before I beat your ass. We're doing big things here. It's organic, locally sourced. Let's talk about some, y'all want to talk about some truth or shit? But can you start a friction fire? Talk about some truth. What the fuck is that? Yeah, my shit grass fed. It's not that pasteurized wood neither. This shit grass fed. No chemicals. No chemicals. Non-GMO, organic. Look at all these people on my sales team. Non-GMO, organic, locally sourced. Okay. No, but I did hear that people in other states spray their wood with insecticide. Like if once you split the wood, even if it's infested, once you split it, whatever's occupying that space will typically leave. That has been my experience with all of my wood. Some of this wood over here was infested. Now it's just dried out. Once it dries out, they vacate. And once you open it up and expose them, they get eaten by birds, other creatures. So it's not really a problem that you need to spray, douse your shit in some Monsanto's product. Because when people burn that shit, that's what they do. I'm burning the wood in the chimney and now I feel a little tingling in my throat. It's like, that's because you didn't get this premium product here. I'm done with the sales pitch. Is wood your main income? If so, that's awesome. No. Yeah, I won't know how to answer that until I work for the IRS. I have to become an agent first. But no, I will say it's a lot of different hustles going. It's a lot of different hustles that pay bills. You just have to be. The only thing you have to do is find the people that need those services provided. That's one of the hardest things to do for any entrepreneur, business person. It doesn't matter what profession or field you're in. You have to make contact with the people who require those services. And those would be some extremely necessary services that you provide, but people just don't know you exist. That's the problem. The solutions. Focus on solutions. No problems, only solutions. The solutions, you could use vehicles to deliver your product or services like Facebook Marketplace. You could use Craigslist, OfferUp. You can make listings, let people know you exist. You can go online, print out business cards, and go to a Walmart parking lot and just, hand them out. Pretty soon it's going to go from being an online thing to you doing a good job and people want you to come back out again to their property to do some work, or they refer you to their neighbor. Now it's a word of mouth thing. Before you know it, you're going to get a lot of call-ins, so you're going to need another phone. The burner phone. You can set up appointments through there. You're going to get a lot of people Calling because you got people, you doing a good job, and people want you to come out. People want you to work for their neighbor. They got a daughter that lives down the street. They want you to go do some work for them. So before you know it, you're investing in equipment and more equipment, and then you're becoming bigger and bigger. You know, then you could go through the proper channels. You start paying yourself to get your income. Report that income. That way you can, report. The IRS don't come. If you want to pay the IRS, you set up different accounts to do different things. You start hiring other people. It's simple. It is simple. Somebody said don't get too big. It's easy to get big. It's hard to maintain it. Due to your, I don't say it's hard to maintain it when you get big. It's just the amount of trust you have to put in your employees and other people who don't carry your same energy for what you do. To them, it's just a job. To you, it's a way of life. It's something you love doing. They're not going to carry that. Hey, yes, sir. No, sir. We do not offer that, sir. It's hard to find good people. Not just to work with you, but to represent you and what you stand for. Your morals and dogma. I had to use it. I put it in the title. I had to use it again. I had to. I'm not a Freemason. I just had to do it. But it's hard to find people like that. Like a lot of you people right now, y'all work jobs y'all don't give a fuck about. Y'all just go there. You don't care. You answer phones. You're like, what do you want? We don't have that. Fresh out of that, But the owner, that's what he does. That's his life. He started that car wash. You work there. He has to employ people to maintain it because he's doing other things. So it's easy to get big. And a lot of people, they can't fathom that. So they can't understand how I'm saying it's easy to get big. It's harder to maintain it. The same thing with money. It's easy to make money, but it's harder to maintain that money without getting caught up in all the traps and bullshit. Like it's easy. It really is. Somebody said the workers are the hardest part of business. It is, because you're dealing with a lot of different diverse people who are working towards different goals. Like picture this. A relationship is you and your partner, you and your wife. You grow together. If you're not growing together, you're growing apart. The relationship may not work. Well, in a business or doing something like this where it's a lot of hard labor involved, or pressure washing, or doing like running a junk removal business, you got to find employees. When you find them, your employees may have different ideas about where they want to go in life. That's great. You don't want carbon copies of yourself just working for you, but you do want somebody to carry on that energy of your company. This is typically where sons come in, and why people of different communities, they just put their kids on, which is great. They can carry on that name with the same energy as their father. Sometimes, a lot of times, your heir doesn't give a fuck about what you started and how hard you worked for it. Like the Waltons, Walmart. Walmart is a perfect example. Them kids ain't give a fuck about what they people started. They sold a lot of that shit and cashed out, took the money and or just agreed to become board members. But what was the name? John Walton, the first Walmart dude, the Walmart. Yeah, he was a serious dude. He was the person I'm talking about. Checked on his employees, he got it through the mud. He worked hard for it. Yeah, Sam was a good guy. Worked hard for it. It started humble origins. Good people that you would give your money to. You'd be like, I want to support those people. But see, it wasn't easy for him to get big, but he got big. And it was harder for him to maintain that, and ultimately he lost it. All they have now is just a name. Like, his name lives on, but that's not really him. That's not his legacy. So he was a good dude. So that's all I mean when I say that. But to maintain something small for yourself, where you can make a livable wage. You know, it's not that hard to do. You just got to be content with the level of success you have and not look toward other people for the barometer for which you should have. You feel like other people doing bigger things, they have this, they have that, they have this, that, and the third, and you want that. So now you putting yourself in positions that you're not built for in order to obtain that. Then you fall by the wayside, and now you get bitter with your life. You got to learn how to be content when you get to that level of success where it's like, I really don't have to do that. And you gotta have the discipline to say, I don't need to do that. A lot of people don't. The more money they make, the more money they want, and that's when the selling out starts happening. So it's a balance that you gotta find, and that's a journey that you have to walk yourself. But getting back to your original question, no. That's why I talk shit the way I do, because people think you got to go online and ask people for money to make money, or you got to have a government job to make money, or you got to go punch a clock to make money. No, that's a lie. I got people in here right now that think you need to start a GoFundMe to make money. How do people make money without a GoFundMe? Like, no, that's a lie. You know, hopefully I've showed you that. Y'all only see, you know, one dimension of the aspects niggas doing. You know, y'all see a little bit of it, but it's not every, my dad always told me it's a poor rat that only has one hole. You got to open yourself up. And it's not about being a jack of all trade, master of none. It's about your own personal growth and flexibility with your work schedules and how you interact with people. And are you willing to get up and get it? Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people think success is driving a Lamborghini or getting an Aston Martin or a McLaren. That's not. Yeah, you listening to me, you'll never get there. Like that, no. Like that's not what I'm talking about. If that's what you think rich is, then you just gonna be a broke bitch your whole life. Cause you can get that Rolls Royce Phantom, you can get the Phantom, and be like, see, I finally did it. Stick at the barricade garage, look at me. And then that shit needs 8 radiators replaced, and you're like, oh fuck. See, it's hard to maintain it. It's easy to get it, it's hard to maintain it. So the mastery of your craft comes with maintaining what you have and the level of success that you have achieved. That's what a lot of these people who have these get rich quick schemes, this is what they don't tell you. Like, you see the YouTube shorts and the infomercials, like, hey, want to make money? Want to make $25,000 in 1 week? This is what you could do. And it never involves hard work. You know, it never involves it. Most of the time it's just sitting behind your fucking computer, and trading and just the shifting of numbers. Other times it involves GoFundMe. Hey, want to make $25,000 in 1 week? This is what you can do. Take the Moderna vaccine. Get stroked the fuck out. Set up a GoFundMe and ask for money. Say anything helps. You gonna be able to go for? Please, anything helps. And you can get all the money from single women who don't got nothing else to spend it on. Just like, look at him, he's such a little baby. He got fucked up, but we give him money. So you know, so this ain't that. This is a little more involved, and it requires you going out meeting people. A lot of y'all don't like to meet people. You're comfortable behind the desk or looking at your device. You don't really want to say hi to people. I know a lot of you niggas listening. Y'all don't really like to hi. Y'all don't like to start conversations. Y'all are not the outgoing type. Some of you. Me too. I'm the same way. But if you have a superior product, then yeah, you go the extra mile for yourself because you deserve better. Don't cheat yourself. Put yourself out there. A lot of people here are scared of rejection, and that keeps them from taking that next step forward in life. I'm here to tell you, if you don't do that, then you have to get rejected. You have to be okay with getting rejected. This is why oftentimes people hear me say, I really don't care what people think. You're supposed to care what people think when you got a business. You're supposed to. But it's a little more cutthroat out here than it is on here, and people online talking shit about you. Because I live out here, you know. These are my thoughts go on here sometimes, and I play a role to entertain people. But I live out here, and shit gets cutthroat. You got competition. You got livelihoods going up against each other. So you got all these factors going into whatever you want to pour yourself into in order to make an income. And it could be hard. And that makes the journey and coming out on top even more worth it. Yeah, so and there's another reason why I refuse to set up a GoFundMe. It just be like, you don't even got to be stroked out. Just be like, I'm black. I'm black in America. Anything helps. Now, I don't want nothing from you people. Because I'll be here today, gone tomorrow. I would take your, I just don't want, I'm not taking people money and my heart not in it. I'll be here today, gone tomorrow. They can shut this shit down tomorrow. I could decide I don't want to stray. I done felt like that. Y'all done seen me disappear for weeks. Susan didn't shut me out, not all those times. I just didn't feel like doing the shit. There's gonna come a point in my life where I'm like, I'm done with this shit. I'm all talked out. It ain't right now, but you know. People, we grow. People grow. 2 and 3 years from now, you're not gonna see me doing what I'm doing now. You're gonna see me doing something better, more effective, faster. I'll be stronger, mentally, spiritually, and above all else, you know. So what you're saying is wood can be hard. Hardwood only. Don't come out with Douglas fir and cedar. No, start out with hardwood. You know, your hard maple, your beech, your oak, your cherry. Don't do no fruit shit. You start out like that, you'll be okay. Don't pick up nothing that's, control what you pick up. A lot of people make the mistake of starting out and then paying some logging company or tree service to just drop shit off at their property. Control what you get. You gotta controlling what you get is like controlling the fucking market. Everything I pick up is because I want to pick it up. I go out and I get it. That's the only expense. I don't pay for wood. I never have. I promise you, I've never paid for wood. And I have everything I fucking want, and I know where it's at all times. Now when you get a little bit bigger, and you got a couple tiger cats and a logging company, and you clearing lands, yeah, take all that shit. And you can sell the softwoods like pine and cypress and all that other shit for camping wood. And then you can have a official firewood area or acre over here. Over here, this stuff for people chimney. Over here, you got your boiler cuts. People have outdoor boilers. People have indoor boilers. People have wood stoves. People like a little bit bigger splits than the typical firewood splits, which produce a lot of flames. You got to know your craft, and knowing your craft comes when you know people's equipment that they use when they're using the products you offer. That way you can better tailor and tweak your business towards your customer base. I'm out.